Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 23, I believe, of my 40 till 40. So, I'm hanging out in Mexico, me and my friend. This is just like a normal day. We both are off work, we work from home, and I told her about my project that I want to include my family and friends. This is Amalia. I call her Molly. And Molly is the first person I really had a relationship with at my job that lived in Mexico. And so I think I watched Molly for about 2 or 3 years cross over the border every day to work. And one day I asked her, I want to see what it is out there. I want to see what it's like over there. I've heard it a lot, but I never, inquired further. And so there happened to be a dinner party that was going to be going on, and a lot of expats would be there. And Molly brought me over. It was actually at night. Remember, Molly?
I do.
And I met a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of expats that some of them still commuted, some of them had founded businesses here. And Molly was my little community at work, but then she introduced me to this larger community here in Mexico. And from there, at that party, I met a realtor. I told the realtor and I told everybody at the party, remember, Molly, that, and they didn't believe me when I said,
I didn't believe you.
You didn't believe me. I was like, I'm coming. Once I saw the neighborhood that the dinner party was in, I saw the people, I was done. I was like, I want to live in this neighborhood. I want to live in a house like this. I want to be around these type of people. And I told them that night that I was moving. And I don't think people really believed me. They probably like, oh, she's just saying it. But I don't know how many weeks later it was, Molly, real quick.
Not long. Maybe about a month.
And I was like, back down there. And Molly also gave me a tour, something like what I do with my relocation tours. Molly toured me in different areas of Mexico to show me the different ways, the different styles of homes and neighborhoods of where you can live. Like I said, you can live in, it could be lower socioeconomic areas. There's middle, there's, high, you take your pick. There's coastal, there's city, there's more rural, more agricultural, ranch living. And things like that. And so she has exposed me to a lot. So Molly, what were your thoughts about me moving to Mexico, and why didn't you believe me?
I honestly thought that you were not going to like it because it is a different lifestyle. Not only is it, I always tell people, you're not in San Diego, you're not in the United States, basically. Everything is really laid back, it's more slow pace. I think coming from the United States, we're used to everything being like now. Gimme. We're at the drive-through. If we're there for more than 2 minutes, it's taking too long. When you call somebody, you expect them to answer right away, right? That customer service. And living here, it's just a different lifestyle. You have to slow down because everything is just slower. You drive through McDonald's and you might take 20 minutes to drive through. And so I think because of that, I think a lot of people can't get used to it. But if you're able to just come with an open mind and know that you're not in the States anymore, that you are in a different country, and you kind of look at all the positive things, I think that, I love living here. I've been living here already for over 5 years. I had never lived in Mexico either. I grew up in Santa Barbara, then San Diego, and I know the language. So for somebody, for example, like you, that isn't, I'm Mexican American, obviously you're not, right? So to me, it's like, oh my God, I hope she likes it. I hope she can work out, all these changes in lifestyles. I hope that she is able to navigate the system, when you go to the bank, when you go to get gas, when you need the water service, and I must say, you do better than me. This person here, she knows the restaurants that I've never been to. of how to, get stuff done that I would never think of doing it that way. She knows more people than me now. So honestly, I now learn from you. If I need something, I ask her. Not at the beginning it was the other way around. Now I ask her. So she is doing wonderful. So
Yeah, Molly knows that I'm on my road to fire, and it's about lowering expenses. So I brought her to a shoe store the other day where it's cheaper shoes but designer shoes, right? And the strap was broken, and I was like, let's buy those and get the discount for the broken strap, and then I'll take it to my shoe guy I got in TJ. And she was like, you know somebody? I'm like, yeah, I know somebody.
I didn't know anybody.
So I know who to get the shoes fixed. I mean, just all of those things. And it's because of what I told you about relational wealth. I enjoy building relationships and community. And one of the things I liked about what Molly shared is when she moved, like she said, she's from Santa Barbara. She told me about her family, like thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to move to TJ. And you know what? People will be naysayers about when you move. I told you when I was moving, I didn't tell my family because I didn't want opinions. I didn't want permission. And so people have one view of Mexico. And, sometimes that's a negative view. Even my family, anything that happens in Mexico that could be worlds away from here, they think it's affecting me because people just don't have a concept of Mexico being so large a country, not a state. And so just not grasping that, media focuses on certain things, just like in America, they focus on certain states, right? And the issues that go on there or whatever. So I just really enjoyed that Molly shared her journey with me. And another thing I admire about Molly, and I shared with you about what made me come here, was watching Molly. Molly is of the generation of boomers. I won't say her age. And she is on track to retire early. And so this is my dream. But what I watched Molly do the last 3 years was, travel back and forth. But I saw her going on vacations, enjoying her life, being able to help her children out financially with anything they need, down payments on something, or help them with their children, her grandchildren, and things like that. Just the freedom that she had living here offered her. And that is what I talk to you all about. Having the freedom, this kind of lifestyle can offer you a freedom that many times you cannot find in America. You will be stuck in whatever your dwelling is, and you won't be able to do a lot. And so this is definitely a place. The other thing that Molly was a part of for me that makes her very special in my life, she was my support system, one of my support systems for when I exited the relationship with the narcissist. So when I exited this relationship or decided to, Molly is actually, her and her spouse, I actually came to them. I came to them and I actually stayed with them for about a week. And they actually helped me find a new place to live. And so this is what's important about having the type of relational, wellness and nurturing your relationships in your community, because it connects you to everything. And so had I not have them here, I don't know what I might have done, but just to have them here to be able to, leave and also support me by not, letting the narcissist know my whereabouts, where I'm living. And then I happened to be attending a community meeting with Molly, one of the meetings she's a part of. She was the president, I think, at the time, but we talked about me looking for a place, and someone happened to have a place here. And it was right down the street from her house, and they were offering me to rent there. And so just like that, again, just nurturing these relationships can get you the things you need in life, and they always come back. It's always cyclical. I help Molly, Molly helps me in different ways, and we don't keep score or decide, you did this and now I'll do that. It's just nurturing. We're always nurturing our relationship, and so that's really, really important.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, please.
I think that living here because we see that in the community around us, where it's not just from work to your home, or now that we work from home, just being stuck in four walls and never seeing anybody. I think that's the biggest difference that I see living here as opposed to living in the States, is that we know our neighbors. If we don't see them for a few days, we're wondering what happened and we're asking about them. You go to the community store and it's like, I don't know if you ever saw that program Cheers, like that.
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
the
bar where everybody knows each other?
Yeah, and
It's
the song
like
says that. Huh?
It's like that. Everybody
knows
knows
your name.
everybody. Sometimes, you don't want them to know so much, but that's just the way it is here. So it's just nice to be able to have these type of relationships, so that if you are in a difficult situation like how you were, that you do have those type of relationships. Where as opposed to living in the States, sometimes you don't have anybody that you feel comfortable or that you can call on, especially if a bad relationship has had you in that difficult situation for years and years. I mean, you become isolated, and being here, even if you wanted to be isolated, I think it's hard. It's kind of like the opposite. So I think definitely living here has really, at least for me, it expanded my my relationships, with more people than if I were to live across the states. I honestly didn't even know my neighbors and I had lived there for years. Just hi, and that was it. Where here, I know their names, I know how many kids they have, I know what they do, and and vice versa. And it's nice. It's nice to live in a community like that.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Molly. Well, I want to end this video before I ask Molly if she had anything to add. I had forgotten she had mentioned the community market where we're always at, because we love to just be around everybody. Everybody goes to the community market, and so it's just a fun time. Sometimes I just sit there and I just talk to people and things like that. But Molly is a business owner. That's another benefit of being able to be here. Again, lowering your expenses and also increasing your income, business opportunities, generational wealth, legacy, and things like that. So I've watched Molly do the things that I had told you that you can do when you come here. And so that was the other thing I wanted to mention. And the last thing was when Molly told me, you might think it's a temporary thing. Like, you can also come here temporarily and plan to move back once you achieve whatever goal it is. Maybe you're trying to pay down debt. Maybe you're trying to save up for a vacation, a car, or to send your kid to private school.
You know that I have a friend who actually did that. She came to live a year here because she was saving for a down payment for her condo, and she actually only lived 9 months here, and then she was able to save enough money, went back and put the down payment for her condo.
And so those things are possible. Remember, you don't have to stay permanently, but it's definitely a great temporary solution for getting out of that rat race, and getting from under that stress, that capitalism, that consumerism that America is. But Molly and I, whether we decided we were going to stay here temporary or not, we decided, listen, I don't want to pay those prices anymore. We started to enjoy this life. And so, but those options are available to you here. Yeah. And so I just wanted to share with you all, Molly, with a little bit of my village here in Mexico, and just show you how she has contributed to my life in those two ways that I've been sharing with you. So, anything else, Molly?
No, I really appreciate the opportunity, and I love being part of of your project.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
She's a great woman.
Aw. Thanks, Molly. All right, so if you like this video, remember, give me a thumbs up or put a comment, okay? See you later.
Bye.
Peace.